So I just got this cool piece of wood. It's pretty much like a slice of a log. I'm gonna turn it into a painting. Let's see what happens. So first things first, we have to seal this piece of wood, make sure the moisture's out of it. It was totally dry and clean. I had this piece of wood shipped to me from Latvia, and I'd be lying to you if I told you I can find that on the map. I really should look it up. I'm not sure what kind of piece of wood it is, but I really love it. It has a lot of really, just really dominant grains, patterns kind of popping out of it. And I was just at the beach with my kids right before I started painting this, so I had this scene in my head. We were at our local beach in Spring Lake, New Jersey, Jersey Shore, shout out. And it was one of those days where it was like shore break, kind of a little choppy, a couple feet high. And it was just really beautiful, though. It was great watching all the different patterns of waves unfold onto the beach, and I really love watching it because if you look at it from one perspective, it's just chaotic and craziness. Life can feel like that, can't it? Where there's just turmoil and we're overwhelmed and things have got to be better than this. We have those moments. But what I'd like to ask you, and I'm also reminding myself of this as I say it, is that where are your dominant thoughts? What are your social media posts about? What are your conversations about? What are you watching on news feeds and TV? I see so many really great people around me that I care about and respect, spending so much of their time and so much of their energy on exactly what they don't want. They are getting angry, hostile, worked up, stressed, emotionally in turmoil, and no matter what the topic is, most of our days, a lot of us, if not all of us, spend a good amount of our time complaining about or talking about or thinking about all of the things that we don't like. And by the law of attraction, by doing that, you're making more of it. So if you're talking about a politician or about a certain topic or issue that's important to you, and if you are phrasing it and thinking about it in a way that is what you don't want, and you're thinking about, I don't want this, I don't want that guy or this girl, or I don't want this thing to pass, or I don't want this to happen in the world, you're just making more of it happen. We make happen what we see, and painting is a great metaphor of that. One person could have looked at this wood and seen scrap wood for the fire. Another person could have looked at it and seen some cheesy sign that you hang up on your boho-inspired beach house. And someone could have looked at this and seen a piece of furniture. I looked at it and saw a painting. And none of those are wrong or right. What we think about, we bring about, as the expression goes. And so when I looked at this piece of wood, I saw a painting, and the painting was inspired by a scene that I was looking at and intrigued by and thinking about a little bit earlier in the day. Someone else could have looked at this and seen something that was not even close to this. And so what are you doing with your time and energy? Where are you spending your mind power? Where are you putting your creative thoughts towards? Is there a way that you can rephrase the things that you don't want into focusing instead on what you do want? So much of art is about that. So much of creativity is about changing your perspective. That's why I call my podcast Shifting Perceptions. Sometimes it just takes one little thing to switch your entire view of reality. So for my artists watching this, this is all acrylic paint. Like I said, I sealed the painting first. Right now I'm putting in some details. This whole piece really came about through my mind's eye. And not only the scene, but also the colors. I started out thinking that I would make this more monochromatic. I was going to give myself an easier painting by not going crazy with the colors. But as it started happening, the vision started getting more real and more crisp. And I started seeing the colors popping through the waves, and I couldn't ignore what I was seeing. I was being drawn towards that. My muse was speaking to me. And so it's important to pay attention. Even though you have a plan, It's great to have plans, but you know what? It's also really, really great to listen to the intuition within you. So as I was painting this, my twin boys were near me, and Judah said, "Why don't you paint some rocks like the jetties we have at our beach?" So that's what I'm doing here. And then my son Grayson made a picture. Oh, let me see. Oh, I love that. Show me the painting. I love it. And here's the finished painting. It's about 35 inches wide, and I installed hardware on the back, so it's ready to hang. All my art is available at jalders.com, and your support is super appreciated.